Well, we are live as Trish gets up to adjust her
Sorry.
gets up to adjust her bits and bobs. And look what
Sorry.
I've got, Trish. I've got our, now how does this work? Do I do it that way or this way?
Oh, the triangle. Nice.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's not it.
No.
Is it this way? Oh, I need my little Durbalaki. That's what I haven't got. I haven't got my little thing. No, do yours.
You want me to do it now?
Yes, please. Oh, I love it. I love our show. It's absolutely go with the flow and how we, and as we go, we grow. Welcome, Spiritual Events Directory, to Wellness Conversations. It's the Woo Woo series, the Woo Woo show, brought to you by our wellness community. Oh, listen to that. I'm echoing. I must make special mention. We do have events partners in our wellness community. We've got the beautiful Julie Lewin, medical intuitive. We've got Luann Marine, hand analyst, divine business mentor, and Sondre Kalik, feminine power and prosperity. So I just want to give them a special mention, and also Spiritual Events Directory. Thank you for having us in the space. We absolutely love the gift of the space each and every week to bring a beautiful woman in wellness, holistic, spiritual business into this space and hear her story, talk a little woo-woo, and of course we love to bring you some guidance for the week or for wherever you are at in life at the moment. But you're going to have to do something for us in order to earn that. So this week, look who I have, Trish Murray, Pathway to Peace. Welcome to the Woo Woo Show, and you are a new edition wellness collaborator as well in our community, and we're so thrilled to have you. And you've got your own show on Spiritual Events Directory. Yay!
Yes, I do. Yes,
you
I do.
What's your show now? Let me hang on. Don't tell me. Shameless plug here. Look at that, the spirituality show.
I'm over there.
Rebirth Magazine. I'm going to have a look for Trish. Oh, Trish is on Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. You're the same time as us.
Yes.
And it's called Dare, Ignite, Awaken with Trish.
Yes.
Wow, beautiful. Welcome to the show, darling.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. How are we all? Great to be here.
I love it. Now, you're going to, so we had you on the radio show last week, Trish, and we did an intro interview in our wellness community, and we talked a little bit about your story. We're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight as well, and go a little bit, get a little bit more into the woo-woo, because you've got quite a bit of woo-woo in your experiences. Now, to our audience, I've put Trish's community, Pathway to Peace, in the post. So what we want you to do is go and join Trish's community. Come back here, tell us it's done, and you'll be getting some guidance from Trish and myself tonight. If I need to, I mean, I could just leave it up to you, Trish. But let's talk woo-woo, because what I loved about your story when we started diving into it last week was that you did have unusual experiences as a child, and you actually have also and still actually offer a service called End of Life Doula.
Yes, I do. Yeah. I do. Yeah.
Tell us all about it.
Okay. Well, for those who don't know too much about me, back when I was a young girl, one of 6 children, the last one on the list I was, and as a very young girl, my brothers and sisters were very much older than me. So they all grew up and got married, and I became this little girl home alone, so to speak, but I had a lot of fun. I loved it. I was loved a lot and spoilt a lot by everybody, so that was good. But as a young girl, like many young children do, they see spirit, they feel spirit. Quite often they have little friends, imaginary friends. Oh, and that's a story I could tell you tonight, actually, my other imaginary friends. But a couple of things that started to happen to me as I was a young girl, and I'd probably say around 8 or 9, I think, somewhere like that. I used to go to bed at night and I used to see images flying, hovering at the ceiling as I would go to sleep at night. And as I explained to Michelle the other day, they used to look like a cross between Dracula and a bat. And there was about 3 of them, and they were quite big, and they had their wings out, and they would hover around, and they'd go for ages. And I would watch, and I'd see them clearly, and I'd shake in my little boots in my bed a bit. And then eventually I would go to sleep. But I don't know how long I would watch these creatures for. I have no idea.
Yeah.
They never came near me or within me, even though they used to frighten me a little bit. But that's only because I didn't know what they were and what was happening, obviously. But then I eventually would fall asleep, wake up the next morning, and I had no memory of this. Go to bed the next night, and here we go, and it'd be on again. And this went on for a while, but I can't tell you how long it went for, and I don't know when it stopped. It just
Wow.
went there and it stopped. So
Yeah.
very strange. Another event that I had as a child, I used to go to bed at night and I would roll over and face the window and snuggle in. And as I would go to sleep, somebody started to sit on my bed. Now you can imagine there's only a house of 3 people, myself and my parents, and you feel your mattress go down, the weight of a person, but there was no person there. And they laid their arm and their hand on my body because I was laying on my side, and I used to shake, and I couldn't look. I was too scared.
Yeah.
And I would just wait. But eventually, again, I would go to sleep. The next day I'd wake up and I would have no memory. I would just get on with my childhood day. It was weird.
And was there a time when that was or when did the time come that came back to you?
Oh, well, look, really, I probably after that's the last thing as a child that I remember actually happening within my soul's memory of these things going on. So then, I grew up and I became a teenager and I got married and I had my daughter, and life goes on and we have lots of experiences. But as I explained to you the other day, I always had a lot of déjà vu, and I always I would go places and I would do things, and it was like this whole vision would just be in front of me, and I would know that I had done this all before. It was very bizarre. So that went on a lot as well. And I always had the knowing. I always had the answer. If I was trying to squeeze someone for the truth. I had a stepson, for example, who was a really big handful, and I always had his answers, and I had to just keep squeezing him till I got the answers that I knew I needed from him when he was naughty, because he was a handful. And when I'd get these answers, it was like, I've done it again. I've done all this before. So, everything sort of evolves into a lot of things. As a child, I had an imaginary horse who lived in the outside toilet as a young girl. The horse's name was Fury. No one was allowed in because Fury was living in that toilet. And Fury...
And did you remember that? Is that something that you
Absolutely. And Fury to this day is still as alive as he was back when I was a child. So we could almost consider him to be not just that imaginary play friend that was very real and still is, but a guide. I believe, Fury was a protector, although he was my play partner as well. And I knew I was very much connected, not till later on in the years, but the other thing that I really don't talk about a lot is I did have a near-death experience myself as a young adult. When I was about 21, 22. I was hospitalised. I had a reaction because I did have a lot of problems. I went to a dinner with my daughter's play group mothers, and we went Chinese, and they told me it wasn't seafood soup, and I think it was, and I ended up actually seeing the light. I remember laying on the table in the hospital, and I remember seeing the white light in the distance. And that's something that's always stayed with me as well. And when I see that now, I just see this big universe. It's, it's all these experiences that they just keep coming in. And doing the work I do, being a psychic medium as well, doing readings, connecting with energy for healings and readings and so on, I do see spirit. I can see the persons that come in. I can feel them. I can smell them. I can describe them to you. I can feel when they give me their proof of survival, which is what we call it. So say they were at war and they got shot in the leg, well, they may give me the sore leg, and I'll, you know, I can feel that we've had a gunshot wound.
Well, we might actually do, well, we'll see if some psychic medium, you know, some of those experiences come out tonight. So now again, I'm having the, I'm again having the same experience of only being able to see some comments here and not all comments. Spiritual events directory audience. So what we need you to do is, you know, go and join Trish's community. It's the link is in the post, or you just, you know, do a little search, and it's called Pathway to Peace. So, you know, I love that return of energy. So in return for getting some guidance from Trish with regards to wherever you are at the moment, or, you know, some guidance over the coming couple of weeks, go to Trish's page and like it. Come back here, tell us that you've done that. Obviously, we want to, you know, we want to have that even exchange of energy, and we also want to get you over to Trish's community, because Trish can offer you all sorts of things. Tell us a little bit about what's in your kit. I know you've got the soul coaching and the soul journey readings. Tell us a little bit more about, we know now the psychic medium stuff. What else is in your kit?
Okay, well, I'm also a crystal therapy practitioner, Reiki master, teacher, healer, women's circle facilitator, holistic counselor. So I have a lot of things in my bag. End of life doula. So with all the healing and the energy, and advanced pranic healing.
Wonderful.
Energy
you did
healer.
that the other day on your page.
I did.
Or that was on your page, or on your show in Spiritual
on my
Events
show.
Directory.
On my show.
Beautiful.
And I will do that again, because everybody just loved it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, now can you see, have a look at your phone, Trish, and see if you can see some readings on your phone.
Okay.
Make sure the volume is right down there.
Yes.
So hello to Trees. We've got Trees, Teresa. We've got Tony Wickham. Awesome. Tony's following. So Tony, you might be the first cab off the rank.
All right.
So now Tony's got a question. So Trish, how do you work? Do you like to, I know with some of our beautiful ladies that we've had in the space, some of them we all have different tools. We all have different ways in which we like to work. Some like a little bit of a question. Some don't like any information at all. Would you, how do you work? What do you want?
Okay, well, when I work, Michelle, I work with the person themselves for the reading. So what that means is I work with you and your energy and where you're at the moment and the question that you may have, so that we can unblock you and get you moving forward.
So you do like to have a little bit of
so just a quick
from
question.
The audience. Okay, so for Tony hasn't. Tony's just actually said she's looking for a little bit of guidance about the future. So let's see what comes through there for Tony.
All righty. Okay. So Tony, the question: can I have a reading about my future, please? I'm sure you'll understand under these circumstances, to really delve deep and look into your future is going to take a little bit longer than a minute or a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're only giving out complimentary readings tonight.
That's right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just draw a couple of cards for you, and we'll see what the card brings in.
Wonderful.
Because, you know, we do have to be quick and help everybody as much as we can. So I'm drawing you two cards from Osho's deck, just so everybody can see. And these I use these a lot when people are very blocked, but anyway. Okay, so the first card that comes up for you is, where are we? Courage. Okay, courage. There's your card. Okay, so if you can have a look there to walk forward into your future, you do have some work to do. If you have a look at the brick wall there with the flower growing out through the top, through the crack, it's taken a lot of work to come alive. It's got the flower buds there blooming, okay, but you can only have that to get to the future, as this flower has, by doing some work. So that brick wall really denotes for you track work that you've got to do to get there.
I love it.
Okay, you can't have anything in the future unless you're in the now. Okay, tomorrow can't come unless you do today. Okay, and that's what this card is telling you. Now, a lot of us always want to know the future. Personally, and as guidance, they're saying you need to do your homework. You need to do what you need to do to get there. Deal with today, not with tomorrow. Tomorrow will follow today, and it will be better if you're in the now, in the present. You do have some decisions to make, and it evolves around, I get family, and I'd also get some work coming into that brick wall.
Oh,
And
excellent.
the other card that comes into that is existence. Now we're sitting on the top of the beautiful lotus lily pad there, sorry. You've got all the stars, you've got the sky, the blue is your truth. You need to start speaking your truth, which goes back to what we just chatted about, that first card. You can sit on this beautiful, beautiful space, but you've got the work to do. Existence, two things there. You are just existing at the moment, but you can have an existence if you do the work. Okay.
Excellent.
Hope that
so
helps you.
We've got hello to Therese. I was said Therese, and Teresa, you'd love a medium. However, in return for some complimentary guidance, we require for you to click on the link, go to Trish's page, Pathway to Peace. We want you to like it and become part of Trish's community. Come back here, let me know that you've done that, and you should go on the list for a complimentary reading. Same applies to Kerry. Hello to LeGray.
Yes, hello LeGray. He often pops.
Kim, we've got Kim Manzares. We've got Casey. Hello, Casey. Kerry, another Kerry. Hello from WA. Interested in a reading. Who isn't? Everybody's interested in a reading. Yay. So what we require from you in exchange for the reading, there always needs to be an even and equal exchange of energy. So happy to give you a complimentary reading for those we get time to get around to. But in return, go to Pathway to Peace and like Trish's case. So some feedback from Tony. Tony has a court case hanging over her head.
All right.
So I like the advice that you gave her, which was to be in the now. To be in the now. Okay, Samantha, hello to Samantha. So while we're waiting for a couple more to come back and say that they've liked your community and they qualify for a complimentary reading, Trish, end of doula. Tell us a little bit about end of life doula.
All righty.
How did you get into it, Trish?
Well, geez, how did I get in there? Okay, well, just I suppose the short version is what we need to go to because I can talk forever about it. So
yes,
end of life doula.
You're a chatter. You're just like
I am. I love talking about it all. I love it. So the end of life doula came to me. I'll start from where I really fell into it rather than all the prior. Many years ago, my elderly mother, she was in her 80s and she was diagnosed with cancer. And we nursed her, we went through the paces and we went through her death and on it went. But her death to me was very important because I lost my father many years before when I was aged 16. And my older brothers and sisters were very protective of the whole thing. And I only saw my father once. He dropped dead at a greyhound racetrack, actually, in Lithgow. So by the time I got to see him, he was in hospital and I saw him once in this room. It was old, it was horrible. Saw him and that was it. I never saw him again. I always wondered what went on, what happened and so forth. So I grew up, years went on, lots of experiences. My mother dies. Yeah. When she was dying, I knew I was determined to be present in her death. So I spent with my sister and family many days in the hospital looking after her when she went in. And then we were there as she took her last breath. And then after that, I spent time with her and one of my brothers in the room with her, which was something that I thought, could I handle it? Could I not? And I did. And I got through all this blazing guns, really, considering how we feel at the time. So after she died, after a while, what happened was after she died, a couple of weeks so later, I actually said to myself, what do you expect me to do now? Because she was gone and I'd spent so much time with her, I was lost. Gradually, things started to fall into place and I'd already been in my spiritual work. I was doing things. And I believe that she went to the pearly gates. They opened, and as she went in, she left them open so that everything could come to me and take me on my path even deeper. And I then decided over time to be a volunteer
Right.
for
So how did you
Calvary
become an
Hospital.
end-of-life doula?
And from there, that's where I became the doula, because I
So
nursed people.
was there an advertisement for an end-of-life doula? Did you know about?
Yes, it came my way. It came through, a lady came my way
Right,
advertising it,
okay.
and that's how I did it. So all of that
Really?
before, and then that got drawn in and it came together. So I did work with with Helen from Preparing the Way, and I did work with Zenith from Byron Bay called Death Walker. So that's how it all came.
Wow.
The energy of it all came together. And I also then was nursing people in their homes, helping them to get through. I would visit people who were actually dying.
It was your mum
so
dying,
that's how it all rolled.
Yeah, taking that journey with your mum gave you sort of insight into what that road was like. And, and so what are some of the things that an end of life doula helps us with? Hello, I think you've.
Okay, you're cutting in and out a bit, but I've got the gist of what you've said, I think.
Oh,
sorry,
good.
everybody. No, I'm still here.
You're still,
yeah,
there you are.
have.
Now you're, beautiful.
Yep.
There you are.
I'm fine I'm fine on this end. There I am. I'll keep chatting if you like.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything you've said. You were frozen on this end. Yeah.
And you were frozen as well. So sorry, everybody.
Oh.
So end of life doula work, people can engage me right from the beginning through to the end and to be around.
Yeah, now you keep freezing down. Bugger it.
No.
You froze on
It's
this
all going
end.
this.
Yeah, no, you're frozen on this
all
end.
Going
I think it's going to be, I think it's because I'm the one, it's going live through my connection.
Yes.
So you're freezing on my end. So they'll be missing out on the information on my end. Okay, so end of life doula, what are some of the things that you can help us with?
Okay, you can engage me to help you to get all your documents in order, to record everything you need to record, like passwords, bank accounts, making sure you've got all your, T's crossed and your I's dotted, doing all of that. I can take you to organise your funeral so everything is done. I can make inquiries for you. I can guide you to go and pick coffins, make the arrangements for your celebrations and so forth. We can organise for the celebrations to happen before you die. A lot of people like to do that now.
Yeah.
I can be your doula right throughout your journey, right up until the end, to be your advocate, to make sure that you're honoured. Just anything and everything that you could imagine, I can be your advocate for and support you and get things done for you. That's amazing.
How awesome.
Yeah, and the information for that is on my website if anybody wants to have a look at that.
Again, tell us the link to your website.
Yeah, it's it's just www.pathwaytopeace.com.au. I do have a Facebook link for that, but I can't get in to do that at the moment.
No, that's fine. So for Kerry, what was the name again? It's called Pathway to Peace.
Pathwaytopeace.com.
Pathway to Peace. So hello to Ginia and Casey, beautiful. We'll pick a card for Casey, who has liked your page.
Oh, thank you, Casey. Very nice.
Casey said that she liked Trish's page last week. So
fantastic.
Awesome.
And what did Casey want to know? Because I can't see that comment.
Casey hasn't given us. Can you sort of see more than I can on your end, Trish, or not?
No, I'm seeing some, but not a lot.
Same. Okay. Now Casey hasn't given. I don't think I've got an actual question. I think it's just a. Let's just do a general. The page, Teresa. I've already told Teresa what the page is.
Yep, Teresa. Did we read for Teresa? Did we read for?
It's Teresa.
Did we read
no,
for that
she hasn't. Teresa wanted the name of the page, which I've given her the name of the page. We'll wait for her to come back. So Casey, would love a card, please. That's all I've got. Okay.
Well, let's just draw a card for Casey and we'll just go with what comes. We'll just have a look. And we'll just do the cards, shall we? So again, from Osho's. Okay, we have got a card for Casey that says success. Okay, All right, success.
Well,
Now
who doesn't
this,
like that?
yeah, absolutely. Look at the colors. You're on the tiger. You are riding, girl, and you are celebrating. Woohoo! Go.
Yippee.
But celebration can only come with hard work. You've got some ends you've got to tie up on a personal basis. And after that, you can relax. You've got one thing that you need to attend to. You need to get deep down and dirty with it, they're saying. Deep down and dirty. It's a personal matter. Once that's resolved, even if it's not 100% resolved, they're saying you might get to about 75, 80. You'll be like this turtle and you will be able to relax amongst the beautiful clear water there.
Awesome.
And with that, you'll have patience. Now, yes, it is a pregnant woman, but when we work with these things, especially for women with the womb, that's where a lot of the things go on. Whether you've had children or you haven't had children, the womb connected to the base and the sacral chakras, tribal with self and tribal with others and self connection. And if you have a look there, the breasts are quite big, they're quite huge. And this is because you've done what we've said previously with the other two cards. And you can have this fulfillment of self if you do what's already been expressed to you. So I hope that helps you. I know it's only a quick reading,
I love it.
but for anyone who wants to extend their readings, of course, you can always make the booking in time with me.
Absolutely.
But that'll be a really good outcome for you if you can understand that message. That will be really great for you. Okay.
Absolutely. And Trish, on your page, which you know, your show is on Tuesday night, 6 to 7 p.m. in this space, and on your show, you actually give away a couple of complimentary.
I do.
15-minute readings.
I do. Yes.
Yeah, which is a a bloody good deal. And of course, you've come into our wellness community now, and your new show is starting on Thursday nights in our community, 6 to 7
o'clock. Yep.
And it's Soul Train with Trish Murray and Pathway to Peace. And you know, you're going to be sharing a little bit more of the soulful work that you do.
Yes.
So we also want to get you into that space. If you follow Trish's community or you're already following our wellness community, you'll be able to jump on board the Soul Train.
Yay! Come on down Tuesdays and Thursday nights.
I love it. Now, Teresa's come back. She has joined your page. Now, Teresa's got a little bit of a different question.
Yes.
My daughter's dad, she's still grieving. 3 years he's been gone. So I'm not sure if you'll get something through. I'm not sure how something will
just
come
read
through
that.
to you.
Read that again. Who died?
So Teresa's after a mediumship reading. Her daughter's dad. I'm thinking her daughter's dad. She's still grieving. 3 years he's been gone.
Okay.
So I'm just joining the dots there. It's not fluent.
All right.
But it sounds like, you know.
I'll draw a couple of cards from the soul deck that I use, Denise Lynn's soul deck for that, because we are dealing with someone who has died and moved on. So we'll see what that soul can bring through for us. Now, just to say that the dad that comes through, I've got someone coming through before I even get to the cards, and I'll try and give you a snippet because it can get too in depth. So I've got someone who's coming through, and he feels like he's a man he feels like he's 5'7". He could even be 5'8". I'm not sure, but he's by no means short. He has a slender build, but he's not skinny, if you can understand that. He has a slender build, but a nice build. That's the only way I can explain to him. And he's coming through with darkish hair, and I'm not sure if it's brown or hazily eyes. I'm not sure. He's not pale skinned. He's not olive. He's the in-between. He has color, but not over the top color. And he's wearing a pair of blue jeans and a t-shirt type top. So I need to give that to you because that's what I'm getting for him. And the first card I got was communication. Okay, so communication, the two hands there. This is telling me that at this time, I'm not too sure how old your daughter is and whether she is connected to understand the spiritual world and how wonderful it could be to support her and get her through, is communication. I feel that he is putting a hand out to her, but she's either not quite seeing it and feeling it, or she is, but she's not quite understanding it. And she's a little bit frightened of it, is what I'm getting. So he's just saying, if you can encourage her to connect and not be frightened. Okay. He doesn't have a lot to say, but what he simply wants to say is he is loving her from the other side. Okay, very hard. Healing energy and immense vitality flow through me. See, spirit's in, I can't speak. Flow through me easily and oh dear. He had something wrong before he passed away, or there's something going on, because I can't speak properly. So
Wow.
this session, I might have to really get quick to this answer. Have a look at that energy card. Okay. All righty. So that's where you're at with that. And it's called healing energy. Okay. And that's what's going to come after reading to you what the first card said. So I hope that helps. But the only way to unblock that grief is to work with it. And if your daughter is at a stage or old enough to understand how to do that, I can help her with that as well.
Wow.
Yeah. So just try not to be too frightened of it. And I know when people don't understand it, it is scary. But our loved ones never come in to hurt us. They only come to love us.
Yes. And I loved how you said that when your mum passed, that, when your mum passed, it opened up, new depths and, she went through the pearly gates and it opened for you too. And you know what? That it was the same for me. That I always had, it's like any muscle, intuition and being able to see through to the core of it all is a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gents, you've got to. Firstly, you've got to trust. You've got to be open, and you have to practice. And so I was doing all of that, like you, Trish. I was already on the journey, but and so the way that I explain it is that when Mum died, I was then able to go to a new level of trust, and I opened up in a much deeper and a newer way, because now I was happy to accept any communications from Mum. And then what started to happen was that's when I started to feel the energy. So, I can feel it when Mum's in the room.
Absolutely.
I literally get, the electricity, the energy, the touching.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
I love how you said
and
that.
If I can just add in there, I really have to tell her this. There is a smell about him that he's going to give her, but I'm not sure if it's like an aftershave or a deodorant. So sorry to interrupt you, but he really wanted me to tell her that, because this is going to help her. Now I'm just going to ask him to step back, because he's really in for the night. So we'll ask him to step that back, if you would, my love. Thank you. Ooh.
So
I have a room full of spirit.
I know, that is awesome. Okay, well, who else is right? Now, let me have a look at who. If you can see somebody there that says they've liked your page, but let me have a look. Now I know that that's awesome. And Casey loved your reading. Absolutely love it. Yes, she's dealing with Dad's will, and her mum is contesting it. And she had a dream that she gave birth to a baby girl.
Ah, there you go. See?
Wow. Now, is LeGray already a fan of your page?
No, he pops in a lot, but I don't think he's fanned my page yet.
Well, he pops into here a lot too, and he is a member of the wellness community. So LeGray, we'd love you to join. Join Trisha's community as well, Pathway to Peace, and we'll pull a card for you now.
Okay. All righty. LeGray, I think you need a soul card.
Now, interesting, we'll have to, because I always thought LeGray was feminine.
Right.
And you're saying?
Yes,
masculine.
well, I get masculine. But remember, now that's a good mention.
Isn't it?
Because remember, we all have the masculine and feminine within.
Absolutely. And when we were freezing before, and both of us thinking that, we couldn't be heard, LeGray said, I can hear you both.
There you go.
Teresa said she can't wait for the Soul Train.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Either can I. Bring your cozy shawl and your nice cushions and get relaxed. Okay, look, great. We're going to give you a reading. Okay, the first one, again, I'm reading from Denise Lynn's Soul deck. Voyage. I am safe in love no matter where I am. Okay, you're on bit of a little trip there, my friend. Okay, on a little sailing ship, but you haven't got many friends on it. So why is that? What's going on? I know we're in a different environment, and I try not to go into all the COVID stuff and all the rest of it, because
Yes,
the more you
too
dwell, it's too big, but the more you dwell, there is no benefit to anybody in it. So this,
Yeah.
when I say that you've got no friends there, this is just about you and your surrounds being you and your aura is what they're saying. So I feel that you've maybe perhaps isolated yourself willingly is what I'm getting with that. Hence why there's nobody on this boat, but you're sailing fairly nicely. The seas aren't too rough. Have a look at the blue there. We've got the blue seas. Okay. Again, a lot of the readings at the moment are coming up with speaking the truth. They're really concentrating on the throat chakras. And again, that's to do with the environment that we're going through, because a lot of people are holding their tongues because it's the only way to get through. But if you have a look at that boat, it looks like a boat, but going with what I just said, it's actually like a tongue. It's got a, you know, with the prongs on it almost. So just be a little bit careful with your words to self, not to others. This is about you, okay? If you can please remember that this is about you. So don't be too nasty is what they're saying with yourself. You need a bit more loving kindness, and that's why the words have come up. I am safe and loved no matter where I am. Okay, so I hope that one connects with you. And the after I just said it, silence, be nice. Okay, I am serene no matter what is occurring around me. So that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. You've got the little moon there, you've got the stars. All can be wonderful if you can just understand the first part of the message and look into that, sit with it, go with it. I think for you, don't sit and meditate is what they're saying. Don't sit in silence. Too much silence in your head at the moment is no good. You need to be taking action, and the action you need to be taking is writing. You need to write it out, not sit and try and listen and connect it, is what they're saying, because you've got too much in here. It's almost like you've got this pounding thing going on there. I feel very blank and flat when I come here, and that's because there's too much going in here. So for those who know third eye, and if you close your eyes, when you imagine or you see things, they all run across here. This is where you see everything and you're not seeing anything. So you're in the woods a bit. So you need to bring back to basics, but do your journaling.
Awesome. So
if you want anything to do with journaling, I have a little PDF I can give you. I do give it away.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Okay.
We've got some feedback from Teresa, who said, thanks. Yes, my daughter has seen her dad a few times. She's psychic. She does get psychic visions. I get dreams as well. My mother was spiritual Irish. The man you described sounds like her half-brother, her daughter's half-brother, who passed in 2014. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
How interesting
that's
is that?
fine.
And then LeGray, it's actually pronounced, she said, she's a lady. Her name is, she says L-E. Now I'm thinking that's pronounced Lee, and her husband is Gray. So Lee Gray. I think that's what you mean, Lee. So interesting. I love it. We'll wait to get some feedback. Lee Gray, and she's in Queensland. Okay, Janice. Hello to Janice. Who else have we got on here? Samantha. Hello. Okay. Just having a quick look. Samantha, happy to pick a card for you. If you can find Trish's community, Pathway to Peace, and come and join and be part of Trish's community. Not only will you be in a fabulous spot to get more of Trish and her fabulous insight and guidance, but it's also a nice exchange of energy.
Is that Samantha Anarsis you're talking about?
Samantha, is she already one of your fans?
No, but she's liked the page, she says. So
Excellent, lovely.
let's pull
Well,
a
let's
card.
pick a card for Samantha.
Yeah, I think, Samantha, I'm going to do it a little bit different for you. I'm going to draw a card from Osho's card.
I love it.
And then I'm going to draw a card from a deck that's to do with the elements. Now, when I do the soul programs and things, we deal with the elements, air, water, earth, and fire. And I've got a little deck here, and I'm going to add which element comes out and see where you're at, because that's
When's
what
your
we're
next
drawn
program
to.
starting, Trish?
The program can start anytime they like, okay, because it's a personal soul program.
Beautiful.
So it's all on the website, and they can do the bookings from there. Okay, we have comparison. Okay, so if you have a look there, we've got the beautiful tree trunk and we've got the bamboo. Now, bamboo, as you know, is very, 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 very strong, extremely strong, and it's smooth and it's shiny and it's waxy when you look at it, and when you touch it, your hand just slides. The bark, as you know, if you touch that, your hand is going to want to pick at it. It's going to want to pull the bark. It wants to be on it and scratch at it. What we want you to do is to stop scratching and start and get over to the smooth bamboo, because the bamboo is where your answers are. So over here, what this is denoting is that you are feeling a bit stuck, you're seeking, but we can get you over to here if you're willing. And we get the element of fire come up with you with that. Okay, so here's your element of fire card, first card. Here's your element of fire, okay? And the fire is strength and allowance. And this goes along perfectly with, you know, what that says. If you can get past the scratching and get over here to the beautiful bamboo, you've actually allowed. So it's that process that you've got to go through to get to where you need to be. And again, I think you're somebody, you feel to be someone who is someone else, again, who is a little bit too much in your head. You formulate where you want to be, but you're not actually taking the action to get there. You need to act more. But for you, you need to take off little bits to do this work that they're showing. So little bits at a time, get through the fire, get to the fire, beg my pardon, and that means your belly has been ignited, and it'll all be happening, but it's going to happen slowly for you, because that's how it needs to be for you, for the person that you are, the soul that you are. Hope that helps you.
Awesome. Okay, I've been busy sharing. I'm trying to find that. I'm trying to find the spirit group as well. But anyway, I haven't been successful in getting onto that one.
Spirit School.
Yes, which is our fabulous new
Yeah.
new endeavor, which is very, very exciting. But I've managed to share it around to a couple of different pages there, Trish, which is awesome.
Yep.
So excellent. Melissa Ireland, yes. Samantha says thank you. Orhina, Gail, may I please have a card? Will I do good with my readings? Awesome. Loving having you all come into the space, ladies and gents. Go to, I'm going to pop it in here. Go to Pathway to Peace and join Trisha's page. And we are happy, Trisha's happy to give you some guidance now. So let's go. The page is, here we go, join Trisha's page, Pathway to Peace. I've just popped it in the comments, everybody. So it's nice and easy for you to find. Okay, so we've got Kiara or Kara. Hello, Trish, liked your page. Can I please ask a question about, and she just says A. He likes me and I'm not sure if we both will have a future. Should I get together with him? So there's a specific question for you there, darling.
It's like the old game. He likes me, he likes me not. He likes me not. And I'm not doing that because I just thought of it. That's what I've just been given. This is what you're doing. You're sitting there going, he likes me not. And it's a really big flower you've got, and it's got lots of petals on it when you're doing it. It's like a gerbera. It's white, and it's like the triple petaled one. So there's a lot, and you start at the beginning and you start gentle. And as you pull them, you're pulling harder, and you're getting to the medium, and you're getting to the big, and you're getting frustrated. What we have to do is we have to come away from it, put the flower down, Stop pulling the petals. Stop trying to extract teeth out of something that's too hard, because you're actually stopping a relationship that may have a possibility because you're so concentrated on it. When we concentrate on something so rock hard, we actually push it to the other side. Okay. You've got to also allow this person who you are looking at in this moment, that will we have a future? You know, I don't guide people to say, yes, you will have a future, because the choice is yours. It's not mine nor spirit's choice. But what they will say to you is, if you allow, you have the possibilities of a future, because you've got to let this person come in and meet you halfway. You can't be doing all the work. You can't be the one pulling all the petals and extracting the teeth. So you've got to give it opportunity. So you've got to going with the flow is the card that comes out. So see, you're in the water and you're swimming there. Okay, you're floating, and you're floating because you're wanting something so much. So allow yourself to stop floating. They suggest that you just get on with life. Go with what comes, feel into it, think about it and feel it. And as you feel each experience, ask yourself, did I like it? Because there are aspects in here of this relationship that you don't like as well. Okay, so you need to be questioning and asking yourself what your feelings are. What are you feeling in your gut each time as well? But just remember, the more you push, the harder it will get. Okay.
Fantastic. Okay, that was for Kaira. Kaira,
Yes.
Kaira, Kaira.
Yes.
Okay, ladies, we've only got our fabulous hour with the Woo Woo shows. We do finish up at 7 p.m. If we don't get around to all of you, then look over the next 24 hours. Trish and I will pop in, for a little bit here and there, and maybe draw an additional card. But we go. We can only do as many as we can do. But I can pop by a little bit after that and draw a card, take a little pop a little guidance in there for you if we don't get time to read for all of you in this space. So I had down Orwina or Orhina. Let's see. Orhina said she's joined the page, and her question was,
what's my message, please?
Oh, it's just what's my message? She didn't ask a question. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just pull out one card for
Hina.
Just the one card would be great.
Well, Hina, I don't think I'm even going to pull a card. I think I'm just going to tell you what comes intuitive for you. And what I get is just feeling the energy in there is, what's my message, please? Is you want to know a lot of things. You want to know, you want to delve, you want to know a lot of things about where you're going and what's happening, and feeling into the energy of that. The reason that the energy behind the question that comes is because you're not actually sure where to start. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting. So if you can sit down with yourself and think about all the things that you want to create for you, for your soul in this life, start at the top. And I get that you need to write 10 questions. And then once you've written the 10 questions, you need to come back and review them from 1 through to 10. And as you read each question, they want you to get a highlighter, a green one, and put a mark on the ones that are your priorities, because you need to work your priorities. Work the list 3 times is what they're saying. By the 3rd time, you should get to what your first priority question in life is. That's what they're saying. I'll just quickly pull out the element that goes with it. I hope it makes sense. And can I just say to everybody, with readings, they don't always make sense in the moment. It can take days. It might take a couple of weeks. It might even take a couple of months. And all of a sudden you have the penny drop and you go, aha, I know what it means. So take with it from it all what you can. What doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Self-trusting element of air goes perfectly with what we've just said. All in the head. Okay, hope that helps you.
Excellent. So Trish, as you said, with your you're available for Soul Journey readings. They can just audience, you can come to Trish's Pathway to Peace on Facebook, or www.pathwaytopeace.com.au.
.com.au, yes.
.com.au.
Yes.
Beautiful. So
Yes.
you can be booked for a consultation, but you can also take your students or your clients on a bit of a journey. What does that sort of entail when you take them on a personal journey, a soul sort of journey experience? What does that entail?
Okay, when we do the soul journey, so just to explain to you, the work I do as a soul coach practitioner is working with you in this life. I work in the Akashic records, and I work doing psychic mediumship and so forth, but the soul journey is all about your soul in this time, in this life, in this moment, about what your soul wants you to know. And when we do the journey, I take you, it's not meditation and you're not unconscious or anything like that. You're very conscious of what's happening. I talk you through it. I guide you with questions to ask your soul, so you relax, you meet with your soul, and you allow your soul to speak to you and nurture you and tell you information and messages about what your soul needs in this life to grow and be empowered and live that life that you're looking for. And that can go, for that the empowerment in that is because you actually get the opportunity to sit and listen. And that's what a lot of people don't do. They're not listening to what's on here, not what's on here, what's in our inner core, our inner being, because this physical body is nothing. It's the soul that we're living, the soul life.
So with the soul journey, the experiences are weekly. Is it weekly?
Okay.
Is it monthly, or do you set your own pace with the timing of it?
Okay, so what you can do is you can book me for a session. Okay, we do one session, and then when we're finished that session, we talk about what's come up, how you're feeling, what you've heard, what you've learned. And then it's up to the client if they'd like to continue to do some more. I recommend that, yes, you do them. You do one and maybe do another one in a fortnight, and then we break it down if you want to do more, because we don't always hear, learn and listen to everything in the first instance, and a lot of stuff can come up with it. So the idea is, yes, it can be a one-off, or it can be, a group. So I go with what I feel the client needs. And of course, it's the client's choice as to how they would like to travel that journey. So definitely, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, we've only got about 6 minutes left. So we'll have a little look at some of the other comments that we've got coming up. And I think it kind of feeds through, audience. So again, we don't get to see all of the comments all of the time. Or Hina says, thank you.
You're welcome.
Trish, which is awesome. Hello to Penny, Jay. Jay, hi Michelle, how are you? I forgot to ask if Brother Dale, have a message for me. So Jay and Tamarine, there's a number of you that have joined into, just joined in. We won't have time to get to those of you that have just joined in, but we'd love you to come and join Trish's community, Pathway to Peace. We'd love you to come to our wellness community and join our wellness community, because Trish is also going to have an allocated time in our wellness community every Thursday, 7 p.m. between 7 and 8 p.m. Trish will be, presenting Soul Train. And in that session, Trish is lots of tools in her kit as a healer. Trish works with energy. So Trish will be bringing, has all sorts of tools in her kit, and therefore will introduce you to each and all of that each week. Trish will go with the energy of the audience and be presenting all sorts of fabulous. The thing about all of it, ladies, is that we love to give you some guidance. The guidance is really just to inspire and inform in the moment. But if any of you are really serious about that relationship that you're dreaming of, that business that you want to make real and make successful, whatever it is, wherever you are at, your health, your relationships, your personal the core of who you are, if you're really serious about
Mm-hmm.
making those changes physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, then you've got to jump on the wellness, spiritual, holistic train. You can't
Yes.
you can't change your life from a reading. You've got to book in with Trish for a full reading, book in with Trish to do a program, or any of
Mm-hmm.
our fabulous there's lots of healers now. You know, it's the age of Aquarius, so there's lots of us that are becoming aware, becoming enlightened, becoming remembering what we've come to do, and we're all doing it. And so you've got to reach out if you're serious about change.
And when you go to my website, you can message me from there. You'll see when you go in, there's a messenger button, and you can get direct to me from there as well. So
beautiful.
So
now we'll see if
avenues.
we've got see who we can do some last minute readings for. They will be those that comment earlier in the show, and those who have joined Trisha's community and they've liked the page will be the ladies who
how about
can you see anybody, Dal?
How about Jenna Vost? She's liked the page, and she'd like to hear from her dad. All right,
excellent. You go.
Okay, Jenna, before I speak to your dad, I have to have a little drink, if I may.
Wow.
Sorry, thirsty work when you work with spirit. If you ever watch a medium in action, we drink a lot of water. Now, all right, so with your dad, I'm getting, okay. I feel very anxious in my chest and in my breathing when your dad's energy is coming in. I'm feeling almost like I'm really rushed. I'm anxious. So this is him. This is him coming into me, this anxiousness, breathing.
Wow.
He had a nervousness about him, but the nervousness was around, I feel like it was around the dying, his unwellness, but he couldn't quite communicate just how much of that he had within him at the time before he took his last breath. And I know that's a common thing to say, but he's really showing me that. He's also, just very quickly, he's feeling like he was almost like, he's saying he was in the wars. So I'm hoping that you understand what that means. He was in the wars. At first, I thought he was telling me he was in the war, but I think he's trying to tell me he was in the wars. So he had a lot going on. He just, okay, we're going to have to cut him back because he really, really wants to speak. So I'm just going to try and get a snippet from him. In the wars. Yep. Okay. He he can't speak. I'm feeling like he might have had some dementia or something going on, because he's really, the communication is really, it's really hard work. So, and this is why I'm rambling because this is what he got to the stage of rambling. So it's very hard to slow him down and get to that. So I do apologize. I know we're on short time, but this is his proof of survival. This is him showing me himself before he went. Just tell me something as a snippet for me, please. Okay. There's something to do about a garden and roses and red, and there's trees and there's bushes, and he's in that garden, but I really don't have enough time to connect whether it's his garden, your garden. Oh, it's a garden. Okay. He's saying a garden where he rests, but I'm not sure if that means where you put him to rest after he died, or a garden that he rested in before he had died, when he was in this life. I'm not too sure. It's all very quick. He's very, he just wants to get it all in. He knows we're on a short time zone here. Whoa. So that's what I'm giving you. Okay. Barbecues and cooking, something to do with barbecue and cooking. So I don't know if that means you did barbecues and cooking here when he was alive. And he had fun, is what I'm saying. He had fun, and he's having fun now. He's over there having fun as well. Okay. And we're having barbecues over here. And he laughed. No, not really. We don't have barbecues here. Okay. But what he's saying is he's just trying to tell you that he's happy, because he knows and he sees that you often wonder, where is he? Is he okay now? Is he well? And yes, he is what he's saying. And now that we're settling, you'll notice that I'm not as anxious and my speech is slowing down. So he's feeling more comfortable now. He's feeling more comfortable. So he's showing you that he's okay. So I'm going to ask him to step back, because again, having this now in such a short space, I could get a lot happening with him as well. So I'm just going to let him slow down, and I'm just going to let him fade into the background. But what he wants you to know is just to hear, look, see, feel, and listen for him. And he is going to place his hand on your left shoulder, and that's going to be his signal that he is with you. And you're going to feel him almost just like a little squeeze, and it's going to be ever so soft, but to you it's going to be like a real, oh, what was that? Because you're really going to feel it. But in that hand touch, he's actually giving you healing into your body, into your soul. So just keep an eye out, a feel out for that. Okay.
Love it. Thank
All
you
right.
so much, darling. That was awesome. So ladies, if you want to book Trish for a psychic medium reading, if you want to book Trish for a soul journey reading, or for an energy healing, any and all, find her on Facebook, Pathway to Peace. And did you get in some feedback there?
Yes, Casey says that he died in a freak accident. He and her mother
Casey
didn't
or
get
Jenna?
on. Jenna, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. No, I can't see anything from.
Okay. That's okay. We
Could
will,
be on there. I
oh,
just
there you
can't
go,
see it.
Jenna. Let's have a look. Jenna.
Have a look.
Jenna.
Not coming up on mine.
Jenna. I thought it came up telling me that she had just made a comment, but well, there you go. We're all managing. We're managing lots of different things as we do these as we present our shows.
Yes,
but anyway,
absolutely.
that's okay. We have to get out of the space, everybody.
We do.
Thanks for tuning in every Sunday night, 6 to 7 p.m. Wellness Conversations, the Woo Woo series brought to you by our wellness community. And if you're not already a fan, not already following, come and join us in our wellness community. Trisha's in there along with a whole host of other amazing teachers, healers, speakers, a whole bunch of us educating, informing, inspiring, and really wanting to take you on that journey. Wherever you are at, we want you to learn from the challenges that you've been through so that you grow better in life. And we want to give you lots of tools to help you grow better in life, because it's one life in this lifetime. You're only going to be who you are in this lifetime, the one time. And we want it to really mean something for you. So come and live your best life and follow us in our wellness community. Yay!
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.